talking like they never love me. They talking like they next.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Bears are top 10 in first downs, and they'll be up against a Dolphins team that wants to be able to control the pace.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The play clock's running down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. And now running right through it. There he goes right side. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 63 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
To return, this is Eddie Jackson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Hayes in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down. Fresh set of downs here. The gun, Trubisky. And this is complete to Zach Miller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. On 4th down, it's Howard going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Davian Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Forbath to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on first down. Completion left side to Miller. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, Trubisky going deep for Benjamin. That's caught inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cameron Meredith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They begin the drive with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Tannehill now to give to Ajayi. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. And now look at him go. 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. The ultimate speedster showing that speed at this, in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Kelvin Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On second down, here's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep. Middle, and got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a run for the former Louisville Cardinal, Sonoris Perry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Carew's got it complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Landry for the Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now Trubisky on first down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is Howard on second down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Over.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On first down, Trubisky. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Back up. Go.
On third down, Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll send Parker in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A swing pass caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears got into that lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Caught left side, Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. That'll bring up 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play action. It's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Flush to his right. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. So we've reached halftime in a... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds.
That.
Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging. A little tapping.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill out to his left. Still fighting. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off play action, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You got me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On the counter, here's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back now at Soldier Field. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They send Stills in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. No, he'll be shoved to the turf that time. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Damian Williams with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
No, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 54 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cameron Meredith with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. And the lead is down to 24. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So now here come the Dolphins. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They send Parker in motion left. Tannehill on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Muhammad. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They go again with Muhammad. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Airing one. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 69 yards. Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go now. Green, gone. Here we go now.
They come out here in the eye. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And the lead is down to 24. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw it one deep.
Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Damian Williams with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And the lead will grow by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriots. Set.
On second down, Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Trubisky on third and long. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's into the clear. The 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here we go now.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Miller on the catch over the middle. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. This will be caught inside the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. First and goal here from the 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Leopard. Detroit.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He leads this one for Howard. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
This is Perry. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.